It's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show. It's the Analyst Desk. Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show where every day feels like game day, bro. It's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show. It's the Analyst Desk.
Hope you woke up from your nap. The trade deadline is coming past. It's 3 o'clock. The GMs have to put down their phones. Not many trades were made, but that is okay because we're here at the desk and it's time. I think it's time to start the show. What's going on, everybody? It's Friday, March 6th, 3:03 p.m. The last time I checked, that means you got to put down your cell phones. The class is over. Exam is done. You had your chance. You had your chance to go to Dollarama and get that really crappy phone plan that nobody wants. You had your opportunity. You didn't go. You stayed at home. You walked through the mall. You walked through the food court. Thought, I'm going to get my New York fries. You never went and got your phone plan. So if you didn't make your trades, it's too late. Go to Kudo. You might get good. You might get some good cell towers, but you can't. What you cannot do is make any more trades because the deadline is over. But there still might be some trades coming through. That's why I'm here. That's why Dan's here. And we are here at the desk. As soon as I can get us back here. There we are. It's me, Justin Lane Dashko. And to the left of me, he's all the way over there. It's Dan Moore for your money. Oh, I gotta unmute him. Sorry, Dan, you're back.
Woo! Hello, everyone. This is Alvin Bighorn. It's over.
Well, I don't know what. Before we start anything, Delise pulled it in at the last second at the horn. Bobby McMahon is traded to Seattle at the deadline.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's official.
Whoa.
So we're going to go over that. We're going to go over all the trades today as we break down what was a very sleepy, boring trade deadline. But as we just seen, breaking news, Bobby McMahon traded to the Seattle Kraken.
Wow. What's coming the other way?
I don't know yet. It hasn't said yet, but I will keep it up. I will keep an eye on that. But yeah, it is official. Justin Falk also just traded to Detroit. So we are starting to get some things here. But Dan, what do you think? I mean, I know it's I know things are still going to come through. So maybe not be hopeless yet. But I'm
sure. I mean,
what happened today?
Yeah. In the past, like we've seen trades come in as late as like 5, 6, 7 o'clock, right? Which we know you can't stay on till that long, and I don't want to stay that long either. But it's like,
We'll see what we can do.
yeah. I mean, trades do come in quite a bit after. I got a gas the last to start the show.
Oh, you're making me do too much. Okay, hold on. How do I do this? I gotta.
Okay, but I'll just do it.
Stop looping. I put it on the loop by accident. Sorry, guys.
No good. Gas or ass. The 3 o'clock deadline is dumb. They should do right up till midnight on trade deadline, or at least before the puck drops, like 7 p.m.
So I think it's because obviously teams have to play, so they have to it's a lot of legal reasons, right? I don't think it's dumb because there's a lot of legal reasons for it, because if teams are making trades and you have to be compliant before you play a game, and I think there would be too much legality reasons to put it right till like 10 minutes before, just because of it's still like a legal thing, right? Like if you make a trade and you're $1 over the cap, by law you're not even allowed to play the game.
True.
And that sounds, as silly as that sounds, that's just the way it works in the NHL. So they kind of have to make it a certain time so that in case a team does go over the salary cap, in case teams are not cap compliant, they have to make it so that the money all fits before any pucks are dropped on the same night. So I'm going to say ass on that just because of the legal reasons, but I know what you're trying to say.
See,
I know what you're trying to say.
I'm saying gas in my own comment. I think 3 o'clock, everyone's still at work, right? At least give it to like 5 o'clock, give it to like before the puck drops, 7 o'clock. Like, let's have some action in the evening, like so many people are like still half asleep. I mean, it's noon Vancouver time, right? Like,
another big
give
trade.
it more time.
Ryan Strome to the Calgary Flames. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
Is he still playing, or is that like one of those LTIR things?
Must be ITR.
Let me look that up. Ryan Strome. He still plays, or?
Oh, Derek Strome plays in Washington.
Who's Ryan Strome?
I know the name.
Oh, this guy, yeah. Does he still play, though, or is this like an LTIR thing?
I don't know. Top of my head.
Yeah, he's still playing 33 games. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're gonna get some. I wonder if the Bobby McMahon. I wonder if this is. You think this is Shane Wright coming back to the Leafs?
It would be sick. It would be sick. I would love it. I mean, you need something. Because you either need Shane Wright or you need a very high draft pick, because I'll just be straight up. I am not surprised whatsoever, but I am now we still have some time to see what else comes in. But if this is all that comes in, I am so disappointed in the Toronto Maple Leafs today. This is an epic fail. You have run this call for 9 years. You haven't gone past the second round. You lost Mitch Marner. You had the most miserable year in those 9 years. You're going to sell, and the only pieces you moved was Nicholas Waugh for a first-round pick 2 years from now, and Bobby McMahon. I'm pretty disappointed.
I get you, Dan. But maybe just at the end of the day, you got to make sure you get the right assets. And at the end of the day, let's just call this leaf season what it is. It's a failure. You can. I know there's some. I know we've gone in circles here at the desk, screaming at each other about it. Some people still think it can be saved. Others don't. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. No one's wrong. Everyone's welcome to their opinion. I've already called it a failure. I don't think this deadline was going to fix it. I don't think anything's going to fix it. And I agree with what sometimes what Adam and Jacob. I do agree. Just if they do get a pick, even that's not going to save the season. This season was the biggest epic failure from start to finish. And I don't think there was one thing that was going to, unless you're getting Austin Matthews for 17 first-round draft picks and like some star defenseman, I don't think anything was really going to change the opinion on Leafs fans. To be honest, that's just my opinion. But we can look over this list, and these were the lists that we made last night. We almost had a more exciting show last night.
We do got some
it's gonna-
comments coming in.
Looks like it's
Draft
going to be
pick
just
for McMahon.
a second and a
fourth.
that's it.
That's surprising. I thought it'd be a first round pick for sure. I mean, he's a physical hitter, fast skater.
I don't like that.
Big shot, 20 goal scorer. I mean, if the year was better, he might have hit 30 this year. I mean,
I don't like that at all.
I would have just re-signed him at that point.
Seriously.
I mean, like, I just don't get it. They failed at fairing. You know, they're supposed to sell, and they failed at that.
Well, I don't know if you
go one back the same group next year and just have the same mediocrity next year. I don't get what we're doing.
I don't know if you heard, Dan, but there is rumors that this could be one of those trades where you just trade them, and then in the free agency you sign them back. I have heard that.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I have heard McMahon could come back to the Leafs, so maybe that's why this is not like a permanent, like a sign and trade. Maybe he's like still wanting to come back. So it's just like we'll give it to you for now, and then you can come, revisit us in the offseason. Because the Leafs are going to have like a lot of cap space. They're going to sign somebody, and they might, maybe McMahon's a guy they do kick the tires on. But I'll go over to this trade list before we get into some of the trades. This is the list that we made last night, which I think we had a more exciting show at 4 a.m. than right now, personally. But you had Kadri, who looks like he's staying. Trocheck looks like he stayed. Thomas stayed. Coleman stayed. Parenko stayed. Ristolainen so far stayed. Stamkos stayed. Falk has been moved, so he's been gone. Connor Garland was gone. McMahon was gone. OEL stayed. Of course, Morgan Riley, that was just a more of a fun one. Binnington looks like he stayed. Braden Shen is on the move from our list. Anthony Stolarz looks like he stayed. Bobrovsky looks like he stayed. We go over to this list that also that Mr. Jacob Moore provided for us. We have the Zach Whitecloud. I believe he stayed. Logan Stanley was traded last night. Scott Lawton looks like he stayed. Pedersen stayed. Bluger stayed. Shane Wright, you never know. Luke Shen was traded. AJ Greer stayed. Liney stayed. Dougie Hamilton staying. Ryan O'Reilly staying. DeBrus staying. Kakanyemi staying. Kyra staying. And Marchessault staying. So you look at that. Out of the 31 people that we thought, could be on the move, how many times did I just say stay? I sound like that song. I need you to stay. Round and around and around and around and around we go. I'm sorry, Rihanna. I'm not as good as you. But I don't know. It just was a boring show. But then, of course, I still think to me, this is still the biggest trade of the whole, unless something crazy happened. This to me is still the biggest trade of the weekend.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this was the trade that no one had on their radar, right? And even for news coming out this morning from Washington, Alex Ovechkin quote saying this is the saddest day of his NHL career. That's pretty steep. And Wilson, my boy, saying the exact same, basically the same thing as Ovi was saying.
And these were the trades.
There's a lot of upset people in Washington right now. And I don't get it. I mean, I think I can sum up this trade deadline in 3 words. Words for fun.
Boring.
No, words for fun. I mean, none of the trades really made any sense. Why did Toronto do what they did? Why did Washington do what they did? There's a few other teams I can talk about. Why did Ottawa do what they do? Buy, sell, buy, sell. Why did Los Angeles buy Panarin and trade Corey Perry and eat half his salary? I mean, Los Angeles was like Ottawa. Why? Why did Columbus do what they do when they're 4 points out of the playoffs, but Washington's only 3 points out of the playoffs and did what they did? Why? None of it makes any sense this year.
I have no idea, but let's get into some of the trades that did happen today. This was last night, but these are some of the trades that did happen today. Mm-hmm. We had Tampa Bay acquiring their good old buddy Corey Perry for the playoffs, even though
that's a big one.
He's even though he's known to be a bit of a playoff curse. It's kind of like having Drake on your team, but every time you're on, he's on there. He never wins, but nonetheless, he's going back to the Tampa Bay Lightning in a chance to chase another Stanley Cup in the state of Florida there from the LA Kings. That was a big trade. Yeah. We also had Bill Guerin, who had a busy morning. He did acquire Nick Foligno from the Chicago Blackhawks and also acquiring Bobby Brink from the Philadelphia Flyers. That was the first 2 moves of the day, actually. It was a really slow. It was basically those 3 moves until about 1:30. And then we
Right.
got into this one. I think this is the biggest, this could be the biggest trade of the day. Luke Shen is going to the Long Island.
buddy.
Oh, sorry. Braden Shen was been traded from St. Louis to the Long Island, the New York Islanders.
So he is closer to his brother being in Buffalo, Lukeson. And you think about it, we said it last night. It's very possible if the standings started today, the playoffs, as I say, it's possible that the Buffalo Sabres could play the New York Islanders in the first round in playoffs. It'll be a very
they would have to win
round because both these teams did not make
they'd have
the
to win the
playoffs.
division.
Probably?
They would have to win the division, and they're not beating Tampa Bay.
No. But like if one finishes a wild card, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying they would have to finish. They would have to win the division, though.
Buffalo could win the division.
Oh, I don't think so.
But I'm just saying hypothetically, if they could, right?
Fair.
Hypothetically, Buffalo could win. The Islanders could get a wild card. And you would be a crazy first round. Both these teams have not made the playoffs. You get super rookie Matthew Safer. You get both teams who are busy buying in the deadlines. It would be very interesting to see.
Yeah, we're just kind of going through. I'm here on social media, just trying to look to see if anyone thinks. It looks like Vincent Trocheck will not be moving. The Rangers had a price. No one willing to pay the prices right today. But we all know you want to talk about this one because I know me and Dan really like this guy. We all love him here at the desk. Jordan Eberle is staying in Seattle. I think that's a big re-signing for Seattle. He's a really good player.
Yeah.
Really underrated guy.
Great
Talk
signing.
about a guy he's a guy to me that has great, he's got something. He's got a playoff attitude to him.
Oh, he does, 100%.
Ooh, Jonathan Drouin went the other way. Interesting.
Oh.
In that trade for the Braden Shen.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Kraken from the Leafs for a second pick. I personally don't like that.
No, we got another comment there. The Leafs will have over $25 million in cap space.
That's what I'm saying, right? So, you look at it like from that perspective here. Yeah, and here's the trade coming up now. Braden Shen.
Welcome back, Wago Windsor Wisdom Star.
For Jonathan Drouin, a first-round pick, a third-round pick, and it looks like some goalie prospect. And yeah, the Blues just traded Justin Falk to the Detroit Red Wings. They don't know what they're getting back yet.
Detroit.
But yeah, what a day! So far, only 16 trades, 26 players, and 15 draft picks. This is the slowest trade deadline you've seen in ever.
It's got to be right up there. I don't know if it's because of all the excitement we had yesterday and the last couple of days coming up to it, or, like we mentioned on the show here before, with so many no movement clauses in the league right now, that definitely hurts. I mean,
yep.
Because you think, it's two sides of our story. If there was no movement clause, Palinko would be a Sabre, but then Sten and Stanley wouldn't be in Buffalo. But I still think Stanley and Sten could still be moved today, even if it wasn't Buffalo, right? So I think even though you would lose the trade, I think it would still hurt because I think we still have seen those two guys moved regardless. Winnipeg's another one I'm really surprised they didn't do more today. We hop on the Leafs. Winnipeg's unfortunately even worse than Toronto right now. They got a lot of big pieces. I'm shocked if they didn't sell. They're kind of the same thing. They've had these same guys for a long time, and they just keep getting eliminated in the playoffs. Why are we keeping these people?
Yeah, I don't really get it. So, wow, a first and a third round pick for Justin Falk. First round?
I can see that. He's got 11 goals this year as a defenseman, probably one of the best puck-moving defensemen available this deadline. And you look at Detroit, right? That's a big missing piece of Detroit. Detroit's another team like Buffalo, like the Islanders, that have not made the playoffs in a long time with this core group.
Looks like the LA Kings are acquiring Scott Lutton.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just telling you it's coming through.
But well, you gotta go get it of LA at all. Why would they? Oh my gosh, it's like more confusing than Ottawa.
Wonder what that's going to be in return in. Yeah,
It's gotta be something good.
I don't know though. You think so?
I hope so.
Sorry. So
I mean, it's very disappointing when they get a first for Bobby. I know people argue with Colorado, it's a low first round pick, but it's still a first round pick. And we see a lot of guys getting drafted between 20th and 32nd overall in the first round becoming excellent hockey players, right? I mean, I don't know. That's disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. We'll keep an eye on that.
We got another comment in here.
Well, sorry, Dan. I'm trying to look at everything here. It's all
I know. It's all good, bud.
It's all good. Just let me know if we have comments because I'm scouring the internet just to see what we can find here.
We got another comment here. There you go.
All right, cool. Does this say to you that the Leafs are throwing in the towel and are just going to play out the string versus acquiring? Yeah, that's what I think I said yesterday, Christopher Bishop. I think
welcome back, Christopher.
Yeah, thanks, man. I think we went on a big riot last night. Me, Jacob, Dan, Adam. Well, it was mostly me, Jacob, and Adam. We were both yelling at each other for about an hour about it. But this is what I said, and I just kind of said, like, I'm not going to rant about it again. But my point was just, I think this year's over. It's just go to trade what you got to trade, get what you got to get, try to get your assets, try to tank for that top pick. Maybe try to get that. Do whatever you can. This year's over. It is what it is. It's like I said. It sucks. It's really sad. But at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it. We can't change the results.
So officially, for Bobby McMahon, the comment was right. From
it was right, yeah.
Weiger Wisdom. So I should say. Bobby McMahon for a second pick of 27. So again, not even this year. And a fourth round pick for 26. I know Bobby was an undrafted free agent signing, but still, I think that's not enough for him.
Okay, so
Ryan Strome is in Anaheim. I even forgot that Calgary had Ryan Strome, to be honest. I kind of forgot all about him. Anaheim had him, and now Calgary has him. Calgary got for a 7th round pick. That's a confusing trade to me.
It sounds like a depth piece.
He's a $5 million cap hit.
I mean, yeah, but if you have the money, who cares?
I get that, but you're that desperate for a 7th round pick? Maybe is this Anaheim making room for another trade coming?
Maybe. That's what I mean. Like,
that's what I'm thinking. Also, wanted to point out little signing, but still interesting. Matthew Joseph, who played for St. Louis and then was waived, got signed as a free agent today in the LA Kings for $900,000. I guess because the Kings sold some pieces, we need to put some roster space in there. And a very good signing, Alex Nokovic in San Jose signed for 2 years, $3 million. I really like fast signing for San Jose. He's actually played pretty well.
Yeah. I do want to address this comment here, though. I see that Wagging Wisdom Star, this is what Jacob was saying. So I do want to ask, I don't know, it's tough for me because I do know what you're saying when you're saying you don't want to see the Leafs just, go out of the ice, let in 7 goals, get pumped 8-2 every night. But I don't know. Just from my perspective, Wagging Wisdom Star, I'm like, I don't think the points matter though. Like I know it's like as a fan, that's a tough thing to sell that, for the rest of the season, your team's gonna lose 6-1 every night and they're gonna be miserable and the defense is gonna be bad and they're only gonna get 3 shots. From a fan's perspective to watch the games, it's gonna be horrible. And I know it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be like eye bleeding, scratching. You'd wish you were blind and you wish you had better things to do than watch it. But if they can get their top 5 pick back and get, even if they don't trade it, even if they don't draft a player, even if they trade it for a number 1 defenseman to make this team better, at the end of the day, that is better than them trying to win the games and get nothing.
Do what I would like to see. Great comment here by Wagging Wisdom Star. What I would love to see from this team. I don't necessarily want them to see them blow out 7-0 every day, but I want them because I go Amari games. Lane has gone with me. Jacob has gone with me. I know the Adam too. I know the Maris don't have the huge prospects that a lot of teams have.
And call Key right now.
Yeah. But, they still have some prospects there. I would love to see some Mari prospects get brought up to the NHL, get a good, legitimate chance, 20 games. Let's look at them. And if we lose a couple 6-4 games, I'm okay with that to get some young guys experience. That's what we build is, right? And, yeah, I mean, Key was saying there were some big moves happening so far, and there has been some big moves happening this deadline. I thought there would have been, with big pieces moved, I just thought there would have been more trades, I guess in years past, we see a lot more trades of smaller players being moved. This year, we're seeing like John Carlson move. We're seeing Panarin moved. We saw Braden Sen move. We saw Luke Sen moved for the 10th time in his career, whatever it is, on trade deadline, right? So we're seeing some big players move, just not as many trades as I thought, personally.
Another trade that happened today that kind of snuck through that they haven't really mentioned on TV. The Washington Capitals acquired defenseman Timothy Liljegren, former Toronto Maple Leaf, from the San Jose Sharks today.
I mean,
I guess that's to replace Carlson.
I guess.
Oh, right. Sandy and Liljegren can play again together. That's right.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Logan and Sundin.
Buckle up, Capital fans. I wasn't very much fun the first time they did it.
No, exactly. I don't know. You know what? Call me crazy. I kind of surprised Ovi and Wilson didn't get moved today. I thought after Carlson, why not be like Toronto and full blown sell everything? I mean, I really think Ovechkin is really upset at this point because Ovechkin said he would stay in Washington over time. They're competitive. And now that you traded John Carlson, are you still competing for that playoff spot? I don't think you are. That's a massive piece move.
No, they're not.
And Ovechkin, even though he's not as dominant as he used to be, he still has, 22 goals this year, whatever it is. He still has like almost 50 points. He's almost a point a game player. Will we see Ovechkin not resign in Washington in the offseason hours? I don't think he's ready to retire yet. I think he wants to hit 1,000 goals. And even Wayne Gretzky hit the 894 record on multiple teams. At least if Ovechkin signs in Pittsburgh or something crazy in the offseason, you can still say Ovechkin broke the 894 record with one franchise, and that's pretty impressive.
So this is the trade call, and I'm just seeing a lot. I can't even show the replies, but man, the Leafs Nation right now, they are very, very not happy with this return.
I'm not happy with this trade. If you're not getting a first-round pick, I just would have kept him. I think he's a great player for the future. You signed him as a college player. He played in the Maris. He knows the market. He knows the system. You don't get guys like Bobby anymore. Finally comes here and not getting a first-round pick. Oh, Shane White. It wasn't a point trading him. And yeah, he wants $5 million. Okay, we'll give it to him. He's still comparable to Matty Knives, who makes almost $8 million. So I just don't get it. We got another comment here, Lane.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Thank you for telling me. Okay, I just got to make sure. Only a mentally... well, I don't know if we hope not. Would sign a no trade contract. Well, I disagree with that Canadian trash guy because a lot of the players won't even sign now without him. That's the problem in the NHL. I said this before. I think the NHL has a contract problem because they've opened the door. They have opened the door that the minimum requirement to get a no movement clause is that you played one game. I could play one game in the NHL and be like, I want a no movement contract.
Is that crazy?
And I'd probably get it. And that's the problem. The NHL has a problem right now with this whole that the players have the right to ask for it. And they have a right to be like, I don't want to go here. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go here. And at the end of the day, either you give it to them or you don't get that player. And if you want that player, you're going to give it to them.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I know it should only be. See, I think you should only be allowed to have. Would you hire a no fire plumber? I don't know what that means.
Good question. Would you hire a no fire plumber? Maybe we're like clueless. Sorry if we are. Sorry if we're clueless. I guess because we were up half the night. But I don't know on top of my head. What?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just crazy, right? Like, so that's what we're seeing today. And I think that's a lot of the things tonight. It's just what can you trade? A lot of people could just say no. We don't know how many trades got nixed today, right?
A no trade plumber. I guess you mean like I guess he means a plumber that doesn't have the proper licensing. You know, maybe a plumber like under the table kind of thing. You know, someone does that as a weekend hobby.
Okay.
Like I would.
Probably not. Probably not. No.
You wouldn't, eh? Okay, interesting.
No, because I feel like whenever I beat it around the bush, whenever I try to do something like that, it always backfires. So I'd be like, no, I just want them right.
See, I'm all about saving money when I can, right? And giving people opportunity.
And we got Jacob Moore from On Location there. Looks like I'll say, yeah, unless something really changes. It looks like it is. But yeah, we're still waiting to see what Scott Lawton has been traded to the LA Kings. We are still waiting to see what the return on this. I'm going through the internet here.
Yeah, I guess keep refreshing all the pages and stuff, trying to see if something new information is given. We just saw a couple minutes ago Bobby McMahon official now. Bobby McMahon to Seattle. Boy, imagine Bobby McMahon playing with Jordan Eberle. Holy cow, that would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey, so good old
Seattle got a
Bobby.
lot better today.
One of my favorites, only getting a second-round pick for next year, not even this year, and a fourth-round pick for this year. So
that's a steal. Honestly, that's a steal for Seattle.
God, never comment. No, would you hire anybody to do a job with no way of firing? Oh, I see what you're saying.
So what does he mean, sorry?
So he's saying in the NHL with all these no movement clauses, right?
Right.
You're basically signing a player and you're handcuffed, not trying to get too crazy here, but you're handcuffed, meaning you can't fire them, you can't put them in the minors, you can't trade them, you can't cuff them. That's what the Canadian white trash guy is saying. Would you do that for a regular job besides a hockey player, besides an athlete? Would you do that with a plumber? Would you do that with a mechanic, right?
No,
probably not.
No,
you're not going to hire someone without a chance of hiring them, right?
It's like, oh, you're going to be the plumber for the rest of my life, and then he messes up your house. Oh, but you can't fire me.
Right, exactly. That's what we're seeing now with all these no move clauses, right? So it's like I think something.
We were very tired. We were up till 4 a.m. So
yeah.
if we seem a little off today, you might know that could be one of the reasons why we are not the brightest bunch today.
So I think that's a great point you have there, and I think something has to give in the NHL. Maybe you should do it like, okay, if you get a no movement clause, you can only get X amount of cap space, because then you can pick: do you want the salary or do you want the no movement clause? Say, okay, you have a no movement clause, and the max you get paid is $4 million, $5 million, or you can take for $7 and $8 million. And would not get no move clause. Like John Tavares, right? He signed for $4 million, which is extremely good discount for the points he's putting up, but he got no movement clause in return, right?
Yeah.
And that's
no. I agree. No to this day in general.
Would you hire someone you couldn't fire? That's what Christopher is just saying. The comment before for no was just saying what I was just saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Yeah. No to this deadline. Yeah, no. No to all you teams. Bad GMs. Bad. It's just like every time they do it, every time now they're trying to no trade clause, you gotta get a water bottle like spritzy, bad GM.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's just like, to me, it's kind of like a lazy way out.
I'll get a bottle of Windex and spray them with them and be like, no, bad
Yeah,
GM.
exactly. Bad GM. Bad GM.
No snack. No snacks for you. No caramel.
Another comment here,
no
Lane.
caramel bars for you.
Got another
He's
comment.
really nailed that Lawton thing. Oof.
Yeah.
That's the thing with that's. See, now here's the thing. Like, and I know we're gonna get these comments. It's because of Mitch Marner. Okay, I knew the team was gonna be bad. Like, we all knew it was gonna be like, we knew, of course, when you lose on a 100-point player for nothing, of course you're gonna take a down step. Did we think it was gonna be this bad? No.
I called it.
I don't think it was gonna be this bad.
I did.
This bad?
Yeah. I said in training camp at the trade deadline, we would be selling.
Justify $11 million for a player with no success in the play. Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. Now it's official. So it is official. Scott Lawton is going to the Kings. It was reported on social media. It is now official. We don't know the returns yet, but it is an official trade. Just so everybody knows, I'm not making things up here.
So if you look at the Scott Lawton situation, last year you gave up a first-round pick and a highly prospect in Grafcheck for Scott Lawton, got eliminated second round in the playoffs. But next year, you sell him and you don't make the playoffs. So you gave up a first-round pick and a great prospect for basically nothing. Because I highly doubt for getting a first-round pick and a high prospect for Scott Lawton today from Los Angeles. Would you agree with that, Lane?
This is good. Yeah, I would agree. You think this is the last trade you think the Leafs are now done?
No, I know. I sure hope not. I mean, I don't like the return of Bobby McMahon, but at this point, if you have to sell, it's the right thing to do. I mean, I'm just disappointed that we're not seeing a big piece move, because for me, I'm tired of this retooling. Okay, I don't want a retool. I want a rebuild. And even though it's a rebuild, I'm still going to buy my Maple Leaf stuff. I'm still going to put it on. I'm still going to be proud because I want what's best for the future of this franchise. And what's best for the future of this franchise is starting over, because I don't see this team being any better now that we got rid of Bobby McMahon, Scott Lawton, and Nicholas Waugh. Do you agree with that, Lane?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like you needed a big piece move. So we come back next year without full skies. Are we making the playoffs? No. Did we get rid of enough cap to sign someone good? Possibly, but are we one piece away from making a cup run? No. So what's the point?
I don't know.
So I hope we're not done. I hope we're still going like crazy.
We got a new trade coming in here. We got a few actually coming through here. A few new breaking news things. Looks like the Islanders have re-signed Jean-Gabriel Pageau to a 3-year, $4.8 million contract. And guess what? For a full no-term trade clause for the first 2 years, and then 16-team no-trade clause for the last 2. This is what I mean. Why? Why is Jean-Gabriel Pageau getting a no-clear trade clause? This guy has 30 points in like 70 games. Why? Why does he have a full no trade clause? Why? He's like
I guess because
he's 33 years old. I don't get this, man.
I guess because he took less money, I believe. I'm just looking up what he currently gets paid. But yeah, he's got 29 points right now with the Islanders. Now he's more of a defensive center. Right now he's getting paid $3.5 with a $5 million cap hit. So if we pay him how much you say he's getting paid? About 3.5 again?
No, $4.85 million.
Oh my gosh.
So he makes it's for $5 million, but it's actually $4.85 because he gets like a $15,000 I guess a $150,000 signing bonus. Looks like. So it's actually like 4.85 AAV. And then in his first 2 years, he gets a full no trade clause. So for the first 2 years, and then the last year is a 16 team, so exactly half the league. But this is what I'm saying. We just talked about it. Why?
Don't forget,
Why
this
are we
is New
doing
York
this?
Islanders we're talking about, who gave Rick Pietro a 15-year contract
I know,
and
but they do
Pierre
it for
Enwall a
everybody.
7-year contract. So this is just what the Islanders like to do. Why? I don't know, but this is known for the Islanders. But we got some
And
great new comments coming in here,
for
Mr.
sure, just want to
Dasko.
be
We got
before I will share them. Just want to share the
okay,
next breaking news, and then we'll get right to those comments. I promise.
okay, sweet. Thank you everyone for the comments.
The Boston Bruins acquired Lucas Reichel from the Vancouver Canucks for the 2026 6th-round pick.
Interesting. Wow.
Okay, let's get these comments. The Leafs are looking for players that can make Matthews and Nylander look good. Do you think one player could do that? Honestly, if they
No.
would have got if they would, I'm going to say it here. I can't believe I'm saying this, but if the Leafs somehow could have found a way to get Quinn Hughes, I think that in December when they were hot, that would have been the move.
Right.
You bring in
I
Quinn
agree with that.
Hughes. Quinn Hughes becomes your there's your power. You needed someone to fix the power play. There's your power play fix. You needed someone who could generate offense from the blue line. That was your fix. You need someone who could actually pass the puck up past one line and not get it turned over in your own zone. That was the guy. They just didn't have in my opinion, they just didn't have the assets or the prospects because of all the other years where Dubas and Treliving sent every prospect, every little thing. Imagine we could have traded. Imagine you could have traded. You could have probably traded like Steve's. You could have traded like Steve's, Minton, a first, and Ben Danforth. You probably could have brought Quinn Hughes in December and had this team rocking and rolling in the middle of December, right when they were about to get hot. And this could have been a completely different. We could have been sitting here right now getting excited for a Stanley Cup run, except we're sitting here on March 6th, waiting and crying for it to be over. I could be wrong. That's my opinion.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree.
That's the one guy I think that could have fixed it.
I totally agree with you because you look at it, this free agent class did not have the caliber of a Mitch Marner type of player to replace him with. So what do? You make a trade. I think Quinn Hughes is that caliber.
You would have got 100-point offensive defenseman, top. You would have legit for the first time since maybe Thomas Caberlet had a franchise defenseman who's a 100-point guy, gets a lot of points, fixes your power play, fixes your passing, fixes your puck moving. He can literally go up and if no one else wants to do it, he can damn well do it himself. He would have been the guy that could have fixed the lineup, but it's obviously too late because Minnesota jumped on it and look at them now.
Yeah.
As a Habs fan, I think the Leafs should stay the course. I'm with you, A2 Zemi. I'm with you.
Welcome back, by the way. Thanks for joining us from Quebec.
I'm hoping this is back to the Canadian white trash guy. You're not white trash, but don't worry. I'm hoping Montreal trades for big checkers and makes a run at the cup in my book. Montreal should win the cup every decade.
That would be sweet.
It'd be nice to see one Canadian team win a cup at least a decade. I would like to see at least one.
Yeah, I mean,
is that it for the news? I'm still looking, but that might be it.
For what, new comments?
No, I'm just saying I'm just looking at the news. I don't see anything. If there's any more trades coming in, but I don't know.
I mean, it's usually. Oh, here we got our Maple Leafs trade Scott Lawton to the Kings. Just seeing if we know for stains of a third round pick.
No,
that's it. Wow, talk about an epic fail. You gave up a first round pick in grab check, literally 365 days, 2 for day, and in return, you got a third round pick. I don't even know what year the third round pick is in. And Scott Lawton is from here. He wanted to stay here, and he was willing to take less money than he makes now, which is only $2.5 million to stay here. And you trade him a third round pick.
Now, where do you see that, by the way? Just
Sportsnet.
Curious. Oh, it's on Sportsnet?
It just came up 10 minutes ago.
Okay, I was trying to find it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it came up in the news feed, but
okay.
It's look at a comment here. One of the worst moves in NHL history. I mean, this is really bad.
Horrible.
This is really, really bad.
The only way this makes sense is that and the only way this makes sense to me is if Lawton and Bobby McMahon are coming back. And this is just one of those. This is just what the Leafs did before, where they would trade guys and then bring them back and be like, "Okay, go get your cup. Go try to win a cup. Come back next year."
But not going to win a cup in L.A.
No, I'm just saying. The pick is top by what pick? Our pick is top by protected. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that Brandon Carwo from Boston is.
The Leafs lost that lot. Yeah, they've lost the last 2 trades, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, horrible.
That's horrible asset management.
Yeah.
My opinion, I don't think Treliving's very good at trading.
You gotta wonder. I was so excited when they got Treliving because I thought, well, I know it didn't completely work out in Calgary, but I gave him the credit that he had the balls when Matthew Tkachuk was not willing to stay. He made a trade with Mackenzie Weaver and Jonathan Huberdeau. Even though it didn't work out, he did something. Ever since he's a Maple Leaf, he's been sitting on his hands, in my opinion. And I don't know if this is like, I know when Shanahan got fired and Keith Kelly got brought in, he said he was going to let Treliving do his thing. That's what he said publicly. Maybe he's not. Maybe Treliving's not having the freedom that he had in Calgary. We don't know for sure, right? We don't know if this is him, or we don't know if this is upper management or ownership. Maybe now there is MLSEs getting sold and bought between Rogers and all that. Maybe this has something to do with. I don't think so, but I mean, as a million questions, we'll probably never know. Maybe Treliving will write a book 30 years from now and we'll have the answers, right? But right now, it's like.
Let's go over this since we are a Leafs. Would you like to talk about the Leafs here on the podcast? This is from James Reeve. Thanks for the tweet, bud. Appreciate that. This is what the Leafs traded out. This is what they got in. So they traded out Nicholas Law, Bobby McMahon, and Scott Lawton. In return for those 3 players, they got a 2026 third, a second conditional, which is a second conditionally. So that third could be a second, a 4th round pick, a 5th round pick for this year, a first that's a conditional pick, and a 2nd round pick for next year. That's all they got.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Wow.
So for those who are keeping track of what the trades were, it was Nicholas Law for that first, and I believe the 5th. It was McMahon for the 2nd and the 3rd from 2027 2nd and the 2026 3rd. And then this one would be the 4th, sorry. And then
Lawton was the 3rd.
The 3rd, which is a conditional 2nd. It's like I got a sneeze stand.
Yeah. So here we are saying, if the Leafs could get 3 first-round picks, that would be successful. We got 1 first-round pick for next year.
Yeah, so we don't even. So right now, if you look at I guess we'll pull up that in a minute. I'll pull that up in a second. Let me just get rid of that while I'm looking for it. Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
I mean, I feel bad saying negative stuff about our team all the time, but
okay. So here's the condition on the pick. The Toronto Maple Leafs traded Scott Lawton for the 3rd round pick. It upgrades to a 2nd round if the Kings make the playoffs. So if the Kings make the playoffs, it does become a 2nd round pick.
Okay, but still, 365 days ago, you gave up a 1st round pick and Grabchuk. And in return, you maybe got a 2nd. Maybe. We got another couple more great comments coming in here, Mr. Dasco.
Okay. Sorry, my bad.
All good. For Leafs, lost fast. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that was an older one, but.
That number 1 pick for Leafs gave up a lot and definitely defined yet is not top 10. It moves to 2028. Okay. I did not know that.
Okay, so that's what he meant. Maybe he meant we said protected.
Wait, interesting. Okay.
But still, it's still personal.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like, oh. Wow. Wow, we can't really do winners and losers of the deadline yet because I think we'll still get a couple more trades coming in.
If this is it for the Leafs, I think they're losers.
Well, yeah, 100%.
That's
like I said, I wanted a big move happening, right? I don't think trading these guys really does anything. I really don't. Now, here's the funny thing, okay? Now that you traded these guys, we saw Jacob Quinlan get called up last night, which I know he hasn't done much in the NHL yet in his limited amount of time, but I think he will at some point. He's been great in the AHL. And we're going to see some other AHL players get called up or whatever the case may be. Someone's got to play those minutes. Someone's got to play those roster spots. Now, these guys are going to be trying really hard, proving that NHL ready. So they're going to be playing hard and playing crazy. How comical would it be if the Leafs squeeze into a playoff spot after getting rid of Lawton, McMahon, and Waugh? I don't think it would happen, but it could in theory. Like what Jacob and Adam says, we're not mathematically out. Like, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I don't think that will happen, though. I really don't, but we will see.
Right? Crazy.
I know. I'm really disappointed. I've loved Bobby for years, and I loved Lawton for years too. Even when he was a Flyer, every time like I watched a Flyers game, like boy, I love this Scotty. I always call him Scotty Lawton. I don't know if he likes that or not.
So, do you think that maybe I'm right on this mindset that maybe this is just one of those? They've talked to the guys and been like, "Hey, why don't we let you go try to win a cup? Why don't we try to put you in a position to win something? And in the off season, when it all settled down, why don't you come back here?" That's the only way it makes sense.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense for sure. That definitely makes sense.
The way that makes sense.
That makes sense, So hopefully that's the case. As much as I loved him in Vegas, I don't see Waugh coming back. I think he was kind of he didn't play bad, but he was kind of status quo for the Maple Leafs. So I think Lawton would have played better actually if you didn't have Waugh and you give Lawton third line ice time. I think Lawton could have taken more ice time, and then I think you could have got someone, I don't know, like Sam Carrick, for example, your fourth line center. I think that would have been a little more interesting. But I don't see Waugh coming back, but I do see McMahon and Lawton. They both like Toronto, spend a little more time here, especially McMahon spent a lot more time here in Toronto. I could see them coming back.
Yeah.
But I would love that. They got like a Walt Disney movie. We have seen it happen in the past.
So I guess what I'll ask here is, with the standings the way they are, you obviously got the way the standings are you kind of upset that there's one team that didn't make a trade today? Is there one team on your mind that you're like, why?
I can say it. I'm shocked that Montreal didn't make a big splash today. I really feel like this was Montreal's year to really.
I also want to preference anything could change, but yes.
Really have a deep one. I mean, we can't do, like you said, Lane, we can't do buyers or seller, like winners or losers deadline at this point, because there'll still be trades coming in. But as of now, if nothing else comes in, I'm disappointed Montreal didn't do much. I don't think they did anything today.
Yeah, unless something
we got another comment here, Mr. Dasko. Two new comments.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a new fan as well, so we'll get to that as well.
Yeah, he was there last night with us.
Okay, perfect. The Leafs fans deserve what they get. You pay them to lose, and men are giving you what you want. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
And then, I really like Justin Falk for my Red Wings. Why do you think Detroit didn't go after McMahon, especially if the cost only a second and a fourth? So the only thing I'll say to that.
Great choice.
So again, I'm sure Thomas knows this, but to address this comment, for some reason, and I don't understand, this infuriates me more than anything that happens in the world. Like this, actually, and Dan knows I get mad. This infuriates me more than anything that could ever happen in this planet. For this exact reason, why will teams not trade in their division for something better? That's like me saying, Dan, I'm going to trade you myself. I want to trade my cell phone. Okay, I want to trade it. and Dan's my friend. But I don't want to give Dan my cell phone because he's going to taunt me with it. So for Dan, even if Dan offered me $20 million for my cell phone, I'm going to say no. But I'm going to offer it to a guy who I don't know for a penny because at least Dan didn't get it.
Well, the
That is
crazy
the
thing is,
silliest thing. That is so silly in my opinion.
the crazy thing is you say that, but then you look at last year, both the trades Toronto made, Brandon Carroll with Boston. So Fraser Mitten, our draft pick, is in Boston. And then Grabchak are with Lawton in Philadelphia, right? So it's like, for whatever reason,
Lawton's not in their division.
They'll seem to buy in the division, but not sell in the division, which doesn't make any sense.
No, but I don't get this whole thing about the NHL. They just won't make trades in their division. Like it's like, and I've seen this 100 times. We've seen like where it's like I've seen it where it's like player A gets traded for a fourth and a fifth. But then I remember actually LA did this one year. The LA Kings, they acquired a player. I don't remember who the player was, but it was from San Jose. And San Jose, LA wanted him, but they wouldn't trade to him because it was in the division. So San Jose traded him to Carolina for a fourth round pick, for a fourth. And then Carolina turned around 10 seconds later and traded the same guy to LA for like a first, a second, and a fifth.
Oh, right.
I don't remember the specific trade, but it was something like that where it's like he got traded from San Jose to Carolina to LA in a matter of minutes when San Jose could have just traded to LA and they were going to give him the same package they gave to Carolina. So Carolina ended up getting like the first round pick, the second round pick, the fourth round pick, and San Jose got a fifth. I'm like, see, that's why it's stupid.
Yeah, totally.
Look what you could have got, but because you're being petty. These GMs are petty sometimes, and they're like, "No, I don't want to trade with you." It's the same thing. Well, like that's like okay, for example, Nazem Kadri, right? Tell me if this makes sense. What if the Leafs were willing to offer? I'm just saying, what if the Leafs were willing to offer Matthew Knies 17 first-round draft picks and the rights to Austin Matthews' contract the day before he goes to free agency? They still wouldn't sign him because they're like, well, because Bradford Living works for Toronto. We won't trade with them.
Yeah, literally.
That's literally what it is. It's like they won't care. They won't care.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Birch Living works for Toronto. We can't trade with them.
I wanted to add to Thomas's comment there, Justin Falk. I really like the fact that Detroit got Justin Falk. I think that's great that Detroit got a top-notch puck-moving defenseman because Detroit has a side of a German defenseman who's really good, right? But besides of that, their defense is a little bit lacking depth, in my opinion. So getting Falk was a great move for Detroit.
Yeah, it was. I think he's not a bad player.
Yeah, I really like him. 11 goals this year. 30 plus assists? Yeah, that's on St. Louis, right? Now I got him on the power play in Detroit, working with like DeBlanket and Dylan Larkin and Mason Raymond and Patty Kane. I'm like, boy, that looks pretty deadly for Detroit. We got another comment here, Lane, from Tom.
For sure. I'll get right back to that. I just want to also announce a trade that kind of snuck through again. That didn't really make the headlines. David Comp was traded to Washington for a 6th round pick.
Oh, interesting. How we replace the Nick Dow situation?
Now that you mentioned the divisional aspect, wouldn't be so. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like it just blows my mind. It boggles my mind why it's just a thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So Justin Falk literally could have been traded, probably. I guarantee it's like McMahon. Yeah, McMahon. That's what I mean. Like they probably would have went to Detroit and been like, "Oh, if you want Bobby McMahon, you got to trade us like Lucas Raymond, and you got to trade us like 16 first-round draft picks." I was like, "It's not worth that."
Right.
Well, yeah, but if you want him, that's what you're gonna pay because you're in our division. But then they'll go trade him for a 4th-round pick in like Utah.
Yeah, literally.
It just doesn't make sense, man. I'll never understand it.
No, exactly. And we don't see that as much with other sports, it feels, but I also feel like we don't see as many trades in other sports. I will say the NBA trade deadline was pretty crazy this year, so give them credit for that. But speaking of NBA, Raptors lost again. Holy cow, they've been losing a lot lately. I mean, they're losing home court now. They had home court a couple months ago. Now they're going to be losing now. They keep losing, which is crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing if anything else. I don't know. I think that might be it. I actually think that could be the end of it.
Yeah. According the Scott Lawton trade officially came in at 3:35 p.m. The small trade that Lane mentioned earlier between Boston and Vancouver for Lucas Weichel for a 6th-round pick came in at 3:34. The Wyatt Stone trade to Calgary, that was an oddball one. That came in 3:13. Justin Falk. Okay, let's talk about this Justin Falk trade. This is interesting because now officially
for sure
what came in the other way is in now 3:07. So we missed that. So Justin Hall, the former Maple Leaf, is in St. Louis now.
What's up, Ontario Secret? What's up, brother?
Hey, yeah,
12 hours later.
That's right.
I said 12 hours later, we're still going at it. We've actually been on for the entire 12 hours.
Yeah,
Holy moly! Oh! Where is the sound effect? Where's the, oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh, where is it? We need it. Dan, are you ready?
Okay.
We got a bombshell. We need some rock music. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest trade. Now we're late. He's going back home. Not the home he called home.
You froze, Lane.
He won the Stanley Cup on. Nazem Kadri is going back to Colorado.
Whoa.
He's going home. He's going back to the place he won it the first time. He's going to go back with Nate Dogg and Tail, and he's going to do it again. Holy moly. That is huge. Kadri is gone. The line's now Landeskog, McKinnon, Necas, Lehkonen, Nelson, Nichushkin, Colton, Kadri, Olofsson, Kelly, Nick Waugh, and Jack Drury. This team, okay, they won. You win. And Colorado, E++, S+. Holy moly.
Wow. Maybe that's why Calgary did the Wyatt Storm trade, because Calgary still needs a base minimum salary, right? And he's $5 million. Remember when that trade came in? I said that trade makes no sense. So something's gotta keep happening, right?
Wow.
That's wow. Yep, here it is. The official Kadri came in 4-3 1 minute ago. Nazem Kadri. Wow.
It's on TV. Yeah, I saw it. That's why it's official.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I just saw that. I was like, what?
Wow.
Look at that down the middle. You got McKinnon, Necas, Kadri, and Nick Waugh. That's insane.
Oh my gosh.
Who's reading that?
Kadri traded back to the Abs.
That's what I can't believe we got to break that on the poll. Let me know when it gets out. We got to get the return. I got to make it.
Yeah. It literally came in a minute ago. It came in as you were screaming it. I don't know.
It came in when I was screaming. It came in before I was screaming it because I saw it on the TV.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Just as Ontario Secret was like, what's going on in Colorado? Ontario Secret, are you like working in the Colorado management at? Are you like in the office right now? And you're just like, I'm going to put it on the desk. They didn't do anything.
Wow.
Oh my, what a bombshell.
Wow.
That's a bombshell.
Holy moly.
Oh yeah. That's my key. Where's my $20? I'm putting $20 on Colorado right now.
Yeah. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Come and give me $20. I'll put it in. Oh, wow.
Wow.
He's the younger one with 3 legs. Well, you may want to get that.
Well, he's really excited for Nazem Kadri. Like, come on.
3 legs. Horse has 4 legs.
Yeah.
Maybe,
But maybe he's only a half horse. He's a half horse, half man.
Half horse, half man. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Holy
That
cow.
is crazy.
One Kadri would now be the third together. What a unit. That third line. Oh my gosh.
That is nuts.
Wow.
Oh wow. Here's an interesting thing. The San Jose tried to trade William Eklund try to get Simon Nemec, but New Jersey said no.
Why?
They like Nemec.
Why?
He's a young defenseman, man.
Who cares? The team's garbage.
No, they're not. The Leafs are garbage. Yeah, holy moly. There it is.
Wow.
You know,
and here we are saying we think the trades are done. An hour after 4:03 in the afternoon, they come in officially. Was just waiting to see the return.
That is
crazy.
Wild.
Remember I said the only reason why Calgary made that trade for Ryan Storm is something has to be happening with Calgary still. And here we are. I think, in my opinion, is one of the biggest pieces moved today.
Crazy.
Because I get Nazem Kadri's not having the best year, but just the potential that he can do. I still think if he was in Colorado at the beginning, he could have had a 30-goal year. Like,
so let's break it down. Let's see if I can get. Wow,
I'll still be fussing like crazy on my computer here. I haven't.
I am in disbelief.
Officially, what's coming the other way yet? Wow.
So, daily face off. Why do you hate me? I'm trying to look at the lines. I want to look at Colorado.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
It's just crazy.
Like, look at this team. This is without Kadri.
So this is Colorado saying, "Oh, Minnesota, you got Nick Foligno? Fast, cute. Hold my beer."
Literally, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Look at this
Brock
team.
Nelson too.
You got Landeskog, McKinnon, Netches, Colton, Brock Nelson, Nichushkin, Waugh, Kelly, Olsen. I'm not sure about who these guys are. Factory, and now you're adding Nazem Kadri to this.
My God.
That's insane forward depth.
I guess Nicholas was a fourth line center.
Yeah, I guess so. You would probably, you'd probably keep this line together. So you probably put Nelson where your third line, Wall fourth line, Kadri second line.
Yeah, well, yeah, Brock Nelson's been incredible.
Unless you move Kadri to the wing.
To the wing, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I think he did play wing at some points. He was in Colorado last time, and even the defensive Brett Kulak. You got Brett Kulak and Brett Burns on defense. Look at their defense.
I know.
Like
Kadri with the with the Avs. 178 games, 58 goals, 155 points. That's how good he was in Colorado. Oh, wow. That is huge. That is huge, man. I'm so glad. I was almost going to be like, well, maybe we should come on later tonight. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad we stayed on for that.
Literally, holy cow.
I'm still refreshing. I am shocked.
That's got to be the biggest trade of the day.
Yeah. There's another trade, but I don't think it beats it. But it is interesting to mention.
Okay.
Buffalo has just acquired Tanner Pearson from Winnipeg.
Oh, I like that.
For a third-round draft pick.
Tanner Pearson, former Barrie Court boy. You know, we got some. I'm from Barrie. We had some Barrie people in the chat here last night. And again, Tanner Pearson is a great fourth line piece with playoff experience. And with Buffalo having been making playoffs for so long, their core guys like Sandin and all of that haven't made the playoffs in forever, right? So ever, I don't think. So I really like that trade for Buffalo. Probably didn't give up much for him either. I really like that trade for Buffalo. Not
That's
having
nuts.
Cardry level, but it's still a very good trade.
Oh, it's crazy.
Wow.
That's a crazy return, man. That is nuts.
What on earth did Calgary get for him? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, watch. Apparently they wanted a lot.
That's what I mean, right? Maybe that's why guys like Lawton and McMahon were not worth as much, because people are still fighting with Cardry. I mean, I don't know.
People are saying 7 years later, Nazem Kadri is on top of trade betas. 2C. Barry retired. Kerfoot might as well be. I'll beat this with a dead horse, but that had to be one of the worst trades for the Leafs history.
Oh, I 100% agree.
So they're saying
San
Jose has the lines right now. This is what they think the lines would be: Landeskog, McKinnon, Nietzsche, Lehkonen, Nelson, Nichushkin, Colton, Kadri, Olofsson, Drury, and those other guys. That's wild.
Oh, we got a gasso ass in the comments.
Okay, hold on, Dan. I gotta go. Give me a sec. It's a bit. This is crazy. Okay, we're going. I know how to do this. Breathe. Push the button. Gas or ass for the Leafs today? Ass.
I mean, great question. Fun this. Blaine and I were around, so we decided to hop on. Just as a minute ago, another trade is coming in with Tanner Pearson, so at least might not be done yet. I'm sure we'll do a recap show on the weekend with the full panel going over every trade.
No one was fighting over cash.
Right now, I say the Leafs are ass 100% with what happened today. Yeah. As a Blackhawks fan, yep.
Yeah, I'm still want to know. I want to before we go. I really want to know.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think there's some trades that's still going to trickle in. All the time we got comments coming in. We appreciate the comments. All the time we got comments coming in, we'll stay as long as we can. I know Adam and Jacob are working this evening. I know Mr. Dasko has to go join them, since he's a professional play-by-play commentator for the Barrington Cougars at the OJHL. Definitely check out.
Well, I'm just watching the game tonight, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually on the what.
Oh, my
I'm
bad.
not on the job tonight, so I'm just watching tonight.
Oh, sorry. Well, I guess you invested in the team, right? Since you've been working with them all
yeah.
year. Yeah, totally makes sense. Great hockey to watch for $5 or whatever it is to get in.
It's like 15, bud.
Oh, 15. Okay, it's still good hockey. I mean, Adam and Jacob are working with it. Jacob's the producer. Adam's the camera guy, fun time.
Yeah.
Got another comment coming in. Are we doing media coverage?
Hold on, I'll put it up. Probably not.
CG8. I don't know.
We are doing it for the Braves tonight. Oh, that's cool. So what is this? That's this Canadian junior hockey. What league is that, David? That's cool.
Oh, that's the league he plays in. I've seen some videos of David's fights. Holy cow, he can throw them.
Right on. That's cool, David. Let us know
awesome, dude.
Let us know how the result of that game is. That's cool.
100%.
Let us know how that game goes tonight.
Yeah.
But wow, I'm in shock right now. I'm in shock.
We got another comment from Fun Fist here, Mr. Dasko, about McMahon.
Yeah, hold on. McMahon is worth more than a four picks. That's an insult. Yeah. So apparently, I don't know that. Apparently, the boys under the OHL. So yeah, okay. So we're probably in the same. We're in the same league then. David, you'd just be in a different portion of it, because we're like just under there too. So you're in junior hockey. So yeah, I think we're both in the CA, like that, in that same sort of, it's all junior hockey, right?
To answer Fun Fist's question, McMahon did get a second round pick for next year and fourth round pick for this year. So It is more than just a 4th round pick, but I still think, oh yeah, he said 2nd and the 4th. I still think it's not enough. I still think you had to give me personally, I would rather get 1 1st round pick versus 2 lower picks. Wouldn't you agree with that, Lane?
Yeah, I would agree. It's
Right?
when
That's what I would want. Even if it was just 1 1st round pick for Bobby, I would be okay with that.
for sure.
I guess the Leafs are just trying to build their picks because they literally don't have many picks, right? So, the last few drafts they've done, the 7th round, they've only been drafting 3 or 4 guys a time, right? So maybe that's why for going for volume versus quality, I would rather have the quality, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you, Funfist. He's worth at least 2 2nd-round picks, if not a 1st. Yeah, I think it was just a bad trade.
Yeah, that's raw. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've got more comments coming in, Mr. Dasko.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit of both here.
That's okay. I can keep
Where were we here? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got David. Yeah, exactly. Cup finals is the same between the division. Pretty much. And you guys have a lot of teams in the 6, so yeah, there's a lot of teams in the 6 for junior hockey.
Oh,
a lot of teams. Tons. So too many to count.
Literally.
He's worth at least 2 2nd-round picks. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, 100%.
The Avs isn't a shock at all. Not that he's not going there, but I definitely thought, I heard Montreal being called. I'm like, okay, I could see Montreal doing it. I heard some other teams, but yeah, I guess you think that makes perfect sense, right? He has success there. He's won a Stanley Cup there. They know him. He knows the organization. Played with a lot of the same guys. They need something to boost after losing Mikko Rantanen. And I know their cadre not know Mikko Rantanen, but they needed him. There seemed like a piece missing there. And they got their piece.
Yeah, I mean, I think
the Toronto Rangers.
There we go. I think the thing is with Kadri, I'm shocked personally that trade came in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If we saw this at noon or something,
he's not anymore though, Funfish. He's not anymore. That's Kadri's old pass. He hasn't been getting suspended very much lately.
No, he's really cleaned up his game. Like Wilson too, he's really cleaned up his game.
What is your all-time most exciting NHL trade?
Good question. Wow, good question. Boy, that
is a good one.
I have an answer if you need some time to think, Mr. Dasko.
I can't even think of one, so go ahead. I can't think of one.
I'm going to say something crazy, and maybe it's because of Maple Leaf bias. But for me, the most excited I got for was in 2004 when the Maple Leafs got Brian Leetz, a Hall of Famer defenseman, to play with Brian McCabe on the first power play unit. I honestly thought we were winning a cup that year, and I thought Brian Leetz was the missing piece. I would have loved to see him as a Leaf longer. It was just a rental situation because of the salary cap being brought in and the lockout the year after. He went to Boston afterwards, but boy, loving Leetz and McCabe, because McCabe was my favorite player growing up, and having a Hall of Famer passing into him for the one-timer was, I think that was my most favorite one.
Yeah.
That was a deadline trade. What do you think, Mr. Dasko?
It's hard to say. I would say, I don't know if it was the most exciting NHL trade of all time, but what Adam mentioned last night, when PK Subban got traded, I was like, whoa.
That was crazy.
Or when Minnesota acquired Ryan Suter and who's the other guy?
Zach Parise.
Zach Parise. That was a huge trade back
That
in the
was
day.
a big one. Great question, Christopher.
Those were pretty crazy trades.
Great question. Imagine Kadri replacing Nylander after the Olympics. That would be nuts.
Yeah,
that would be so cool. In the dream, Dan, Jake, and I have enough. So, Land of Nova Scotia. ECHL Journey of Duck. That would be cool. Whoa, trip.
Is drama. Yeah, like
Yeah,
still,
Subban Trey, 100%.
it was still crazy though. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Honestly, even last night, even though I wasn't on I felt bad because my voice kind of gave out on me last night. I would say even last night that Carlson trade that might be one that goes down in history as a pretty crazy as a not exciting but at least shocking trade.
Oh, for sure. Same with the whole Nico Anton situation last
year.
That's
gotta
be one of the craziest ones.
You know what? That might be mine. Actually, might be mine. I forgot about that.
The fact that you got a franchise player got traded 3 different teams within a month of each other is just nuts, in my opinion.
Quentin Hughes is up there too, I guess, eh?
Yeah, but it was more of a standard, one-off trade, right? Nico Anton, no drama behind it.
You don't really see a lot of franchise playing getting traded, right?
Yeah, exactly. But we got more great comments coming in.
I meant that one. Like when he first got traded, it was just like a whoa.
Yeah, literally. Cardry for Nylander is funny because Cardry actually shows up to the games. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
100%. How about Marc-Andre Fleury moving in from Pittsburgh? Oh, vast breaking news. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Detroit hasn't made the playoffs in 10 years. Now we finally have a good chance of making playoffs. I don't think a good chance. I think it's pretty much guaranteed, especially with Falk and Perron. Great moves. Eisenman could just do Falk and injured old Perron. I'm so frustrated.
Moving on, yeah.
Why are you frustrated about? I thought Perron was a good move, to be honest. I mean, he had arguably his best years in Detroit a couple years ago. He's a big power forward. If he can stay healthy, he's a great third line checker, second unit power play. I actually like the Perron trade because you didn't give up much anything for him. I think it was only a 4th round pick.
So is that the last dagger to fall?
Cardry, that would be a crazy last one. Holy!
Look, I haven't seen anything since.
I guess the last one's Tanner Person, technically.
Yeah. Oh, no, we got one more coming in.
Okay.
We just got it now, 4 minutes ago. This is a bit of a minor trade, but we'll announce it anyways. Flames acquired Brendan Othman from the New York Rangers in exchange for Jacob Battaglia. Heard of those guys? They're more minor. Blake Coleman is staying in Calgary.
Huh. Okay.
Bit of more of a minor trade, but
yeah.
Some prospects going back and forth, but there's trades still coming in. So
Abs go giving the Leafs a handout on Roy is awesome. What? But wow, that team are on the ball. They have set up.
And yeah, that's such a scary.
Yeah, holy cow!
That center depth is terrifying.
And here we are saying, "Oh, Minnesota's done a great job today." Michael Bunting, great move for Dallas yesterday, and now Colorado's like, "Hold my beer," You
never know. There could be a trade coming in at 6:00 for all you know.
Yeah, 100%. What would the Flames have traded with the Rangers? Yeah,
two horrible.
Setting up for the.
Yeah, it was like an AHL trade, basically.
Yeah, basically. Two garbage teams. Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Wait a minute. The Leafs weren't involved in that.
Bobby?
He said two garbage teams, but the Leafs weren't involved in that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
So basically, here's what happened. So just a little bit of back news from the Kadri trade. They had a conversation earlier in the day. Yeah. They kind of hung up on each other, like bye, hung up the phone, and then waited 20 minutes. And we're like, "You want to talk again?"
Yeah, I bet these conversations get a bit heated.
Oh yeah, I'd probably bug people. I'd be like, "Hi, trade me something. Hi." Trade me something.
Say something. I'm giving up on you. Buffalo definitely won the trade deadline. Yeah. Hey, another comment coming in, Lane?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No, Colorado won the trade deadline.
Well,
now.
we'll do a recap this weekend. We'll go over our winners and losers. And another comment, our Brockville location went to Calgary from Dallas. Wow.
Ooh, Gavin White.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay.
That's a trip. Good old Brockville. I've been up in Brockville before.
We still don't know the return yet.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anything about what the return could be?
No, I keep refreshing. I keep looking.
We might not get. Hopefully, we'll get. It'll get announced soon.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I imagine it's pretty hefty. I imagine with some cap being either retained from Calgary or a roster player being moved from Colorado to Calgary just to make the cap work. Yo, you and Jake are coming down for the weekend for the spring car show. There's a comment here, Mr. Dasco.
No problem.
Yeah, I would love to come by for the car show. I hopefully we can do some more automotive stuff here on the deck. So that would be sweet. I would love to do that. So we'll have to see how the summer plays out. So Cap's talking with
Tanking.
I know. Hey, that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's I don't know what Washington's doing. It really puzzles me how Columbus is behind Washington in the same division they bought and Washington sold. The whole thing makes no sense. As Lane pointed out earlier in this episode, probably forgot about the whole Cardi situation. Washington get David Kemp from Vancouver for a 6th-round pick, which is a nice trade to replace Nick Dow, sorry. But I don't see Liljegren replacing Carson. I mean, Carson is one of the best American-born defensemen, and Liljegren's a mediocre bottom six guy, in my opinion. So,
Interesting, yeah.
I just seeing Jets activated Morrissey off the IR. Because that's one reason why Crosby returned to practice. Wow. So for draft pick, I'm just seeing. Oh, so the Tanner person, it was a 7th-round pick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think that's a really good trade for Buffalo. I think he's well worth that. He's not a big point guy. He's got 13 points this year, but as a 4th-line player, he only gets paid $1 million. He's got playoff experience. I really like this move. Last year in Vegas, he played well, getting 27 points. I really like this move for Buffalo. But we'll get more into depth in our recap show.
Yeah, it's
exactly who won and who lost. We're just I think can read Lane's mind. We're just camping out for a bit just to see if any other last trade comes in from the Maple Leafs or something. Or like
the Brust contract, what's so sketchy, but Jake DeBrusk is just one of those weird guys. He's like he's got some good physicality to him, but he's also got he's been up and down, right? I wouldn't hate him though.
I actually like him. Yeah, so Timmy Liljegren to Washington for a 4th-round pick. Washington gave him a 4th-round pick with Timmy Liljegren. That's a interesting. Washington's another team I don't know what they're doing. Liljegren only has 11 points this year, which I think he's kind of taken a downgrade. Last year he had 17 points. He's got 1 goal, 10 assists, -7. He gets paid $3 million cap hit, gets paid 2.6. I don't know why they did that, but anyway.
It's an interesting teams to cheer for, David, being Hawks innocents, man. Anyone shocked the Habs did nothing?
I am. I'm really disappointed.
Imagine they got Kadri. Like, that would have been huge.
The nothing.
Don't worry, Unfish, I yelled it for you. I know you like when I yell. I know it makes you happy.
Yeah.
I know it brings a smile to your face. I know if you don't hear me yelling in my microphone as loud as possible, you might be sad. So I did it for you. Rust, yeah. Is it just too scary due to age or injury, or is it contract payment? Well, let's look at his contract. Adelaide, yes. Hawks from Young and Sens for local. Okay.
Good point. Good point.
My friend Zach is a very big. He sometimes comments on like he's a big Sens fan.
Oh yeah, we all have a Sens fan. We seem to do. I'm not mad upon it. Just for Detroit. Yeah, I think we're going to be a little more aggressive with our forward group too. Like I love the Justin Falk trade. I think Falk was one of the biggest pieces to be moved this deadline. But yeah, we're like seeing Detroit more. I agree with his comment. We're like seeing Detroit a little more aggressive, getting some toughness on their third line, some more physicality in the forward group. I totally agree with that. And even the scoring's a little low too.
Oh my God, Jake DeBrusk has a 7-year contract.
He does.
Oh, yeah, okay, maybe that's what it is.
And we have a comment from the White.
$1.5 million?
Yep. Well, a comment from Canadian White Trash guy. He wants
3 points this year.
He wants the Bucks in Toronto. I agree with you. I thought the Bucks would have been a great fit in Toronto. He's a Leaf killer, right? So I think it would have been great playing with up there. So where do the Leafs go from here? That's what I'm saying. That's what
I'll tell you where they go. No, I'm telling you where they go from here. What I said the last 2 nights. You literally lose as much as possible. I don't care. You got to go for it. The season's over. Lose as much as possible. Get your top 5 pick back. Either use it to get something better or trade it at the door for someone who you can, or trade it at the door for a top defenseman, and you come back next year and you try to resign, maybe try to resign Bobby McMahon. You try to resign Lawton. You kick the tires again. Try again next year. You do exactly what the Under did this year. You get the top pick. You get something that improves the team. You bring it back.
Yeah, I just don't see it with what they did. I don't think they did enough in my opinion.
You get a new coach.
Yeah, but how many coaches can we go over?
Doesn't matter. Well, you need. I'm just saying. You get a new coach who can use this, who can actually like put his head together, put together a proper lineup. Maybe you bring some guys back. You get a top prospect. You trade the pick for something big because those picks are worth a lot.
Oh, for sure.
A lot for a top 5 pick. A 100%. Lot.
Yeah, 100%.
You could probably get like a really top end defenseman or something.
Yeah. 100%.
Do Matthews or Nylander go since they're starting all over again? So for me, it's just like I just think it's so like I understand they have the right to. I just think it's cowardly, right? Like imagine like I don't know. The way I look at it is like that's like me working at a place for years and it not being successful, and then I don't know being somewhat successful, and then the 1 year they have a bad year, being like, well, I'm leaving. Well, okay, well everyone's allowed to have a bad year.
I don't think there is just one bad year because you have underperformed pretty much the whole time. The only time where they did what they were supposed to do was that first time in Washington where they took them to 6 games. That was good. But the rest of it, you've been expected to win the Stanley Cup and you get beat in the second round. 50-50 Sens fan and Leafs fan hate the Canadians. We do have some Canadian fans here in the chats as well. I just like seeing a Canadian team do well.
Thank you for not putting the F word. I know it's trying to funk off. Like, what are they going to be like?
Yeah,
get down.
Matthews,
yeah. They're going to be like, get down. Fuck it
down. Get some dance music, 80s dance music. Let's go. Get the disco ball, do the 70s thing.
Why don't you do Funky Town?
Sounds like Bruno Mars almost.
Stop. Wait a minute. Get to the next comment. By the way, I really like your show. I just found it last night. Yeah, well, we're glad you found it. Love the passion. Oh, yeah, you want to see passion. Oh, boy. Don't ask me anything about the Leafs when they lose, and you'll see a lot of passion. You may see too much passion.
Well, thank you very much, Thomas.
Thank
We
you,
really
Thomas.
appreciate
Appreciate
that. We
having
try
me, brother.
really hard to make it entertaining everyone and building a community and getting everyone involved. So thank you very much. We really
Oh, you want to
appreciate that.
spank Jacob in the butt? Okay, I'm gonna say, David, next time you can spank you in your butt and have funky time. I'm gonna tell him that tonight. I'll be like, you gotta go funky time with David, and he's gonna spank you in the bottom. He'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can, and there's another comment, Fun Fist here.
We're not trying to get too much politics, but yeah.
Well, I've been saying it forever. You look at Utah, they've become really well. We got some young guys, a golf here, for example. I really like him. They made the big splash game, Mackenzie Weaver, which feels like a lifetime ago now. So many big trades have happened. But yesterday, they got Mackenzie Weaver, which was a huge splash. And I feel like Austin Matthews would be a good fit in Utah because you're only 8 hours away from Phoenix, where he grew up. He likes the Southern West. Well, anyone likes the Southern West Coast vibe. It's a great spot to be. So, and Utah has enough, because they're a newer team, they have enough prospects and pieces where they could give up 3 first-round picks to Matthews and not bat an eye on it, right? And that's what Toronto needs. So, I guarantee they had conversations today with Matthews and Nylander and Tavares and Wiley.
Toronto's a drama city. Yeah.
Yeah, 100% it is.
Like I said, I don't know. It's good and bad, right? Yeah. When it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, it's bad.
Well, that's why I love it, because it's the mecca of hockey. It was the one franchise, even if you're not from here, it's the one franchise everyone watches and everyone talks about.
Here's a great example, right? Look, honestly, this is a good comment. I think this is a good comment. Look at Kyle Lowry. He's a perfect example, right? This guy, for years, every single fan of the Raptors was like, trade this bum. He sucks. Trade him. Trade him. He's a loser. Why is he on this franchise? Oh my God, we traded DeRozan. Why did we trade Lowry? He's a bum. He's a loser. He should do things. Everybody sent him. You don't think he got death threats? You don't think he got booed in public? You don't think he got harassed by the fans? But guess what? He stuck around. He was a man about it. He won a championship. He put a ring on it. And now, when he walks down the street, people kiss him.
That's right. Exactly.
They will literally go up to him and give him a kiss on the lips and say, "You are the greatest human athlete to ever be here. And here's some free nachos."
Yeah, literally.
They bought his jersey. He became the highest selling Raptors jersey for a player that doesn't even play on the team. He made more money, got commercials, got everything. The city loves him. He's going to get a statue built of himself. So there's good and bad to it, right?
For sure. I totally agree.
Like, of course, when you're losing, it sucks because you get the negative fans who are not nice. But when you win something, when you actually do the thing, when you put a ring on it, you win, you become a champion, all of a sudden you're a hero. You can do no wrong.
We got another comment here from Thomas. He's from Windsor, but he pretty much likes Detroit and Toronto, which totally makes sense being from Windsor. Yeah, so I don't know how to turn it off, but I'm not good at technology. Anyway, you're from Windsor.
Well, he's not going to Florida. He went to Tampa Bay.
He went to Tampa. It was Florida.
Close enough.
Yeah, Florida's been 40 years. Yeah, I love that trade for Tampa. And funny enough, Corey Perry, Cardry fits. Yeah, he fits in Trevor too. Corey Perry only signed with $2 million this offseason. And Tampa got LA eat half his salary. So I'm only paying Corey Perry $1 million.
So according to this report, the trade still hasn't even been processed. It's still in the queue.
Right, that's why I've been waiting.
It's still
we'll see this happen, for the next little bit. It takes a couple minutes so everything can go through full circle,
Well, he won't be. He probably won't be in the lineup tonight, unfortunately.
No.
I
But I agree that game will be crazy. The Abs versus the Stars. That's going to be a crazy game, though.
Said Blackhawks didn't try another year in Perry. Funny bottom six.
I know, eh? Corey Perry didn't work in Chicago, unfortunately. Stanley Cup semi matchup. Yeah, that's the problem with this playoff format. Between Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota, one of those teams are going to get eliminated the first round. That's really sad because any one of those three teams can win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Comment from David here, Metropolitan.
Ooh. Another trade that didn't happen but got out there. Penguins were called about St. Louis, but Romer Thomas, St. Louis reportedly asked for Ben Kindle is the headline of the deal, and it got shut down immediately. Conversations never picked up again.
Yeah, Kidwell is really good from Pittsburgh. I think he has a lot of potential.
Funny when you hear Mantulo will pretty who?
Metropolitan.
Oh. He was producing.
Perry going back to his old stomping grounds. Yeah, that was a great move. I mean, we all kind of thought Tampa was going to make a big splash. Maybe Corey Perry is not a big splash, we'll say, because he's 40 years old. He's a fourth liner type of player. But I think it's a missing piece of his Tampa Bay team. I really do. I love the trade.
Yeah.
Great trade.
Well, Dan, we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. Do you think we should call it here?
I'm down if you're down, whatever you want.
All right. Well, fans, I think that's it for now. I don't see any more big news. I know we got some comments, so let's go over a few of those here. But yeah, I'm going to piss off the Atlantic. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But then again, fans, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for hopping on with us for this
100%.
live trade deadline. I'm glad we got to get some breaking news, and I'm glad we kind of did it now because there's some big breaking truths. I'm glad we got to break the Nazem Kadri deal, and if it pops up, maybe we'll post it on our social media. We'll talk about the return. We tried to log up there with it, but I don't think it's gonna come for a few hours. And fortunately, I gotta get to. There's a big playoff game I gotta get to tonight, and I know Dan's got to do some stuff too. So we'll revisit this. I'm sure we're going to be back on the desk sooner at some point this weekend to revisit this crazy day and get back into it. Just want to thank everyone once again. The Leafs fall in the spring. Yeah, opposite time of year.
Yeah, literally.
And on that note, so the Leafs falling, we got to fall out. So for Dashing Lane Dashko and Dan Moore for your money.
Woo!
We'll see you at the Analyst Desk where every day feels like game day. See you
Bye-bye.
later, everybody.
It's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show. It's the Analyst Desk. Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show where every day feels like game day, bro.